What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a latest update on Liverpool's full takeover process, and of course, as clockwork, as expected, one day after the January transfer window slammed shut, the media is reporting that Liverpool's takeover is getting closer and closer because Power International Holding, who are a private Qatari conglomerate, are interested in buying Liverpool in full, and I think this is a very interesting and very exciting news, of course, but I would have preferred to sign a midfielder. The Power International Holding is a Qatari-based conglomerate which was founded by Mutaz Al Khayyat and Ramez Al Khayyat. The group's portfolio sits across 5 main sectors, and they are the 13th wealthiest groups in Qatar. They were founded in 1983, so almost like this year they will be 30 years old. And the group's main portfolio sits across 5 main sectors: general contracting, real estate development, agriculture and food industries, lifestyle, entertainment and hospitality and services. The group of companies employs over 65,000 staff, and they were involved in some huge projects. For example, they completed projects including the Mall of Qatar, Lakvia Stadium, the Doha Sheraton Hotel and Convention Center in Qatar, and also international projects include the luxury Waldorf Astoria Hotel in the Maldives, so you can look them up. Power International Holding is a parent company to Baladna Food Industries, founded in 2014. The company and its founders rose to prominence in 2017 during the Qatar blockades, airlifting in 4,000 Holstein cows and making the state self-sufficient in dairy production. So this is a huge investment group, and they have many subsidiaries, 4 major companies: USCC Holding, Baladna, Estitar Holding, Assets Real Estate Development, Aura Group, and the list goes on. For example, just Urbacon Training and Contracting LLC, which is UCC Holding in short, they had an estimated revenue of $1.2 billion, which is a huge revenue for a construction company. And David Lynch just dropped an article saying that FSG would prefer a full sale of Liverpool. He has revealed that the club's owners would still prefer a full sale and not a partial investment. The sale of Liverpool Football Club has been on the tips of every fan across the globe's tongues for a number of months. Recent reports have suggested that FSG would prefer to sell a huge part of Liverpool, potentially a full sale, instead of just selling percentages of Liverpool. And I mean, if you were a Qatari company and you had millions and millions, billions and billions of dollars, you wouldn't want to just buy into Liverpool and not control the club and not make major decisions. You would want full control. David Lynch explained that it's because, as far as external investors are concerned, the appeal of just having a small minority, a small percentage of Liverpool being sold to an investor is not appealing, and President Mike Gordon would not have stepped back so suddenly from running Liverpool FC day to day for such a minor change in structure. Again, I apologize for the construction work that is going on next to my flat. It's absolutely annoying the hell out of me, but I still want to make videos for you guys, so I hope that you can look past the diminished audio quality, or the background noise, shall I say. And Michael Gordon wouldn't have stepped back if Liverpool were only selling a minority stake, because Redbird Capital already bought a minority sale of Liverpool FC, and at that time Mike Gordon was still running the day-to-day business, the day-to-day duties of Liverpool Football Club. So him stepping back points to a full sale of Liverpool FC. David Lynch also said clues as to FSG's true intentions can also be found in the club's most recently published accounts, which appear to show debt repayment being prioritized over making cash available for transfers. So if this were an ownership group committed to the long term, that would not be happening, and this reality only spells out how utterly vital it is that Liverpool's future is resolved as soon as possible. So basically, basically what we found out in the club's accounts is that Liverpool are only trying to maintain their debts and repay them instead of making transfers. That's one of the major reasons why Liverpool didn't make a transfer in the January transfer window. And I mean, very contrasting to Chelsea, who made 330 million euro worth transfers just in the January transfer window, which is more than the Bundesliga, Serie A, the French League, La Liga and the Championship put together. So the 5 biggest leagues, or the richest leagues should I say, 5 richest leagues outside of the Premier League, didn't spend as much money added together than Chelsea spent just in the January transfer window. It's absolutely mind-blowing, it's crazy, and I think the Chelsea Youth Academy should be demolished. What's the point of the Chelsea Youth Academy anymore? It's really sad that the Chelsea young players, how would they feel at the club when they see 10 new players turning up in January after 8 or 9 new faces turned up in the summer transfer window? And literally Nottingham Forest and Chelsea in the past 6 months signed 45 players combined, which is like 4 football teams put together. 4 teams. Chelsea and Nottingham Forest signed 4 teams worth of new players just in the past 6 months. It's absolutely staggering and mind-blowing. The Premier League is the Super League. We can't really argue against that. And also, David Lynch's comments about Liverpool's recent accounts raise an interesting point, ensuring all of the club's accounts are in the green as opposed to investing into the playing squad. And that points again towards a full sale of the club. Keeping the club financially well will appeal to even more investors, and investing within the playing side of the club would not benefit FSG at this time if they were selling, which would explain a lot about the current issues with the investment within the Liverpool squad. I still feel there will be many more twists and turns before the full takeover is going through, but in this month, in February, we are already in February, a full takeover will gather pace, and there will be more and more news and more rumors coming out about the full takeover. So if you want to keep up to date and if you want to know everything about the full takeover, this is the channel to be. Make sure to subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you never miss the latest updates around Liverpool's full takeover, and of course leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Let's get this video to 250 likes with your help. And I also wanted to add that for Power International Holdings, the conglomerate, the Qatari conglomerate that are interested in buying Liverpool, their Wikipedia mentions that they are part of both the United Nations drive for sustainable business practice, environmentally and human rights friendly practice, and also the United Nations women empowerment principles for workplace equality. So not sure about their controversies, but that's definitely better than expected and better than being state-owned by Qatar or Saudi Arabia or something like that. The only way Liverpool can justify their lack of spending is if they land their top targets in the summer transfer window, and that is Jude Bellingham and Matheus Nunes, even though I'm not too confident that Matheus Nunes is the style of player that Liverpool should pursue at this moment of time, because Matheus Nunes is not really the mobile, energetic and really muscular, high pressing, high counter pressing player that Liverpool need, in my opinion. But if Jurgen Klopp and the scouting department thinks that he's the solution, I'm all for it. But I would sign a player who is more mobile and faster and bigger and stronger. Somebody like Moises Caicedo would be absolutely perfect. Liverpool needs to be competing in the Champions League long term, because we don't have at the moment a mega rich owner who can just fund us even without Champions League football. No matter the ownership, however, ownership situation in the summer, Liverpool absolutely need to overhaul their midfield, and we need to sign at least 3 world-class midfielders. I would be very happy if Jude Bellingham joined, and I wouldn't mind Matheus Nunes if we would sign somebody like Moises Caicedo alongside Matheus Nunes as well. And I would definitely sell Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain or not renew his contract. I would sell Henderson. I would sell Fabinho if he doesn't improve in the second half of the season. But maybe not don't sell too many midfielders. We already have Milner, Keita and Ox, who are leaving because their contracts are coming to an end. And also there is news today that we are in the process of extending Bobby Firmino's contract. And I'm happy with it, but also a little bit concerned because Bobby Firmino is 31 years old. He has been injured for most of the season, even though at one point he was our Premier League top scorer, and he's still up there, even though he missed a big chunk of the season. But he is getting injured more and more often, which is very concerning with a striker. Bobby Firmino's game wasn't always about it wasn't at any time about pace and agility. It was always about finesse, about high pressing with energy, but also so maybe his body can't really sustain playing in the Premier League every 3 days. That's fine, but as a squad option, I think Bobby Firmino is brilliant to keep in the club, around the club. But I would still want Liverpool to start with Darwin Núñez, Salah and Luis Diaz when everybody is fit, or Jota, Salah and Luis Diaz when everybody is fit. So hopefully that will be the case come at the next season. But we can't have also too many injury prone players in the Liverpool squad, because that will result in obvious difficulties when it comes to player availability. Look at the midfield this season and how many midfielders were injured. Look at the forward line, how many of them were injured. That completely disrupted Liverpool's season. So we need to sign players who are also durable, who have a very clean injury record, who hardly ever get injured. That's almost as important as what they can do on the football pitch. And that's it for today's video. A new career mode video is dropping later today as well, so check back to my channel. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, see you later, goodbye.